Hello and hey, just around with Baldur's Gate 3, so you want to be a Brad. Tubular. Let's dive in. Bards are a dime a dozen, but true bards are not. Anyone can learn a skill to perform for coin, but a depth of knowledge, musical acumen, and a touch of magic is what makes a true bard soar over their contemporaries. At level 1, we are already a polished act, excellent with the instrument of our choosing and a smooth talker in any conversation. Bards are skillful, versatile, and in our case, lethal. A stat line I'm recommending, make changes as you see fit, would be 8 strength, 16 dexterity, 14 constitution, 8 int, 12 wisdom, 16 charisma. There's an alternate version where we care about strength instead of dex, but we're dumping that stat for this build, though jump distance and carry capacity always feel sad this way. 16 dexterity because dex is the near omni stat. It will allow our sleight of hand and stealth checks to shine, armor class, initiative, and for this build, chance to hit and damage rolls, super important. We always need hit points and don't like having many characters below 14 con. Intelligence is a dump stat for the umpteenth time. 12 wisdom can be split off with strength, but I like it for save, skills, and perception, which is a skill, yes, but not one the game lets you choose to roll for actively that often. It's good for spotting buried treasure, hidden objects, or traps. And charisma could be dumped for this build considering how we get our bardic inspirations in Baldur's Gate 3, but we won't, even though with expertise on a dumped charisma we could still serve as a serviceable face for the party. Our spell save DCs are based on this, and we will be a decent little spellcaster, particularly after our Martial Nova round has ended. Plus, we can shred out a little better, and I like that. Speaking of Bardic Inspiration, at first level we get 3 charges that can be handed out to allies for 1d6 to be added to an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. But don't let your teammates get too used to always having this little bonus. We're going to be real selfish real soon. At level 2, we get Jack of all trades, a feature that lets us add half of our proficiency bonus to ability checks in skills we are not proficient. And Song of Rest, which gives our party the effects of a short rest as an out-of-combat action. Just insanely good. Lets all of your short rest-focused classes pop off one more time in an adventuring day. Level 3, we become the more selfish version of ourselves. Go to college. College of Swords, bro. We are interested for one reason and one reason alone, Slashing Flourish. Slashing Flourish, at the cost of one of your Bardic Inspiration, allows you to shoot 2 targets, and because Baldur's Gate 3, we can make both attacks against the same target. I overlooked this myself until people in the comments brought it to my attention. Thank you for that. It plays even nicer with extra attacks later, but for now, it's a sustained form of damage, getting 3 attacks per turn for the first 4 turns of combat. Incredible for level 3. We also get a fighting style that is completely irrelevant to us. It's possible dueling could come up at some point, so I guess that one, but the choice is completely yours. Of course, don't forget to choose your skills for expertise, focusing in on what your bard excels at. Solidify their place as the face or the sneaky lockpicker. Again, totally up to you. And of course, we get second level spells. Level 4 is straightforward. We're taking a feat, capitalizing on the sheer number of attacks we will be able to do in the short couple levels. Wheel Grab, Sharpshooter. It will be tough to hit reliably, but the damage output is so immense from this feat, cannot pass it up. Level 5, we get third level spells, Font of Inspiration, which makes our Bardic Inspirations come back on short rest. That's so many rounds of attacks in a day now. And our Bardic Inspiration is now a D8 if we're being a helpful team player, which I assure you, I am not. Zipping right along, we reach level 6 and Extra Attack. Now we have access to our Nova round. That's 4 attacks for your attack action at the cost of half your Bardic Inspiration pool. If you're hasted from some source, you can blow them all for 8 attacks, 9 if we use our bonus action for an offhand shot. Like we said, we're pretty inaccurate, but if we hit an average amount at this level, not too much is going to be able to come back for seconds. We also get Counter Charm, where as an action can give yourself and allies within 30 feet 9 meters advantage on saving throws against being charmed or frightened for 3 rounds. And that's a good a time as any to mention, I hope that you're taking utility spells with your spell choices. I don't want to tell you which ones to take, as the rest of the party may already cover things that I suggest specifically, but taking these types of spells will allow you to contribute to the sustained damage member's success after your burst damage has been expended. Crowd control spells like Hold Person, Fear, Hypnotic Pattern, or even the Sleep Glyph of Warding are great uses of your action, as your inaccurate attacks won't have the same punch if you're out of Bardic Inspiration. And you can always make an offhanded attack after, that may or may not be affected by the accuracy penalty depending on when Larian fixes that about dual crossbows. And on top of that, this is the obligatory spot in the video where I open up the leveling. Some of you will take Bard all the way to 8, others will drop it off here. Making your Bard a 4th or 5th level spellcaster has its obvious merits, but in the spirit of focusing in on a singular purpose, in this case, burst damage, I'll be jumping off the Bard wagon right into the arms of Fighter. At level 7, we will take our first level of Fighter, the Archery Fighting Style, get medium armor and shield proficiency, and second wind for when we're in a pinch. Right away, level 8, we get Action Surge from Fighter 2, 2 more attacks or an attempt to crowd control before launching into our onslaught of crossbow shots. And then at level 9, we already again have another choice if we'd like to spread ourselves thin on multiclassing. But I will take a 3rd level of fighter at character level 9, becoming a battle master. I like some of the maneuvers thematically for the bard, but mechanically there's one we really want to help. Precision attack. Using this, and it costs nothing to use except the superiority die, allows our next attack to add 1d8 to our attack roll. This affects both shots of Slashing Flourish. Beautiful synergy. For others, I really like Distracting Attack to give party members advantage, and the last one is Choice of the Taster. Go Trip Attack, Goading Attack, or Menacing Attack, all attempt to control the enemy in some form. At character level 10, you could start to focus on getting your ASIs, as we still only have the one, ouch. Bard 8, Fighter 4, very strong. You can get Dex up and or Crossbow Expert, or we can triple down on the Burst and swing our focus into Rogue levels. I'll be exploring the latter. At Rogue 1, we get another skill, plus Expertise in 2. We're absolutely a skill monkey at this point. Sneak attack of only D6 won't break anything at this character level, but every little bit helps. Rogue 2 is Cunning actions of Hide, Disengage, and Dash, standard affair. And the last level of our character will pick up Assassin, hoping to get our surprise round and rival the popular Gloomstalker Battlemaster Assassin with an entertainment man of our own. You're going to annihilate one or more targets at the start of combat, but with our low accuracy, it could be a pretty pitiful showing as well. That's just a fair warning. Missing those extra ASIs is suboptimal, but if we leverage our precision attacks and get advantage from Assassin on targets that have not gone yet, it's explosive. 300 damage rounds, easy peasy. So we'll show that. And while we're showing that, we can talk about items, which again, we're about 2 weeks after launch. Some people are fully knowledgeable of every interesting rare, very rare, and legendary in the game, while people I know aren't even out of Act 1 yet. So I will refrain this time from specific items in the interest of just getting the ideas which levels could be beneficial, without spoiling items for, frankly, myself or a large chunk of viewers that just want to see the interesting concept, not the granular fine details. Again, I will open up the comments to people to say which items they think would be most beneficial, so if you'd like to avoid spoilers, don't read too many down there, but for those that want to discuss what they're using or what they think is best, go nuts. Always fun to compare if you keep it cordial. And that'll about do it for me. Hope to catch you in the next one. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Be safe, guys.